Welcome back to Shout Out Loud. I'm your host, Candice Reese Shackelford, and I just brought on another host here, my brother, Minister B. Octavia Sims, to give us some of his input on what me and Lamont was talking about earlier about actors, actresses, and singers feeling like they can't be discovered because of the area that they're from. So I just want to take this time out to let Brother Sims here talk about his input on how he feels about the topic. So, Benjamin, I was asking, Lamont earlier, do he feel like it's hard for, actors, actresses, and singers to not be discovered from where they're from? And you are actor yourself, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been acting?
I have been acting since I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade, school plays. Mm-hmm. And I listen in on you guys, and I feel the same way. I feel like it's hard, when you're from a small city, but it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. If you dream, dream big. Right. If you're not gonna dream big, then why dream at all?
Right.
And I've been on several auditions. I didn't get the part, for some of the things I auditioned for. And when I didn't get the part, I prayed about it. And I prayed about it, and I kept praying about it, and prayer can take you a long way. And I kept praying about it. I was like, well, if these people won't give me this part, then why not write my own part?
Right.
And, I hooked up with you and Greg, and hey, that's how Sungrist and Shackelford, came together. And we wrote our own parts, and we performed, and we did a great job.
So when you went to do your auditions for your plays or whatever movie, did you go to cities outside of here?
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
And how did you feel like after you went and you put your all into an audition? How did you feel when you didn't get a call back, or they told you right after, that your look didn't fit a particular character, or how did you feel?
Well, when I got there, I went on. The last thing I auditioned for in Atlanta was If These Hips Could Talk. It was written by Quincy Jones.
Okay.
And when I first got there, I ain't no skinny person, but when I first got there, you see all these skinny people, and you see all the makeup, you see all the hairdos, and you be like, but still, I auditioned anyway, because I was like, well, hey, the look, it ain't about the look. To me, it ain't. It's about the talent. But, in some areas you go to, it is about the look. Right. And I gave it my all, but, I didn't get the call back. And, they never gave me a reason why I didn't get the call back. But, I never gave up, and I'm never going to give up, because that's my passion. That's my dream in life.
Well, how did you feel after we did our first play, and looking back from where you did your auditions and you didn't get a call back? How did you feel knowing that you did your own play and the response that you got?
To be honest with you, Ken, I felt great, because I never in a million years thought that a few lines written down on paper could turn into something, that was so big as blood's not thicker than water.
Because in our play, you played 2 roles. You played the role of Brandon Edwards, a pastor's son, mm-hmm. and then you played the role of a black lady pretending to be white by the name of Carrie Ann. And me and Lamont was talking earlier about a lot of guys or females trying to act out the opposite sex role and not feeling comfortable knowing it's just a play, but you pulled off the role of a woman and got an outstanding ovation.
I sure did.
So, see what I mean? So what would you say to people who want to audition for a role that they feel like don't suit them because it's the opposite sex? How would you address that?
My advice to somebody like that would be, it's just a role, regardless, if you straight and you straight, hey, okay, who cares what the media says? You
Right.
know who you are, and that's all that matters. Just because you play a certain character on TV, that's not who you are.
Right.
You got people playing drug dealers on TV. You got people playing Rudy from the Huxtable Show. She plays a prostitute in that movie. Tyler Perry's Madea Goes to Jail.
Right.
She never been a prostitute in her whole life. It's just a role, just a character. So anybody out there, if you want to audition for a role, or if you have an idea that you want to audition for, go for it. Don't let that stereotype, keep you from following your dreams.
That's right. The role that I did, it was still a female role.
So
But
how did you feel playing a old granny hooked up on hop hip?
Well, Ben, I have to do what I gotta do, baby. But it was fun. Still to this day, people who went to my church or your church, when they see me, that's the first thing they talk about, how big my butt was, and and how good that I did. So I can be a prostitute, a drug dealer, anything, because I love to act. And at the end of the day, I'm Xavion's mom. So like I was saying earlier, I just want everybody to don't stop dreaming. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
That's true.
Nobody else will.
So do you think you can pull off the role of playing a man?
I don't see why not. I think so. I believe. Yes, I believe I could. That would be interesting to see, but I believe that I can pull it off. I believe I could.
Okay.
I believe I could.
You know, I really over this past year, you know, all I've ever wanted to do was just, you know, act. You know, I started off doing music. I started off writing, and I come to find out that I can really write.
You
know,
really can.
I never knew that.
You really can.
And so, you know, that's another passion that I got now. And so, you know, I really enjoyed everything we do, everything we got coming out. You know, of course, you know, I got a book coming out. Of course, we got a book coming out also, The 7 Shades of Black. And,
right.
You know, Sim Grits and Shackleford, you know, we got another play coming out this summer called The Broken Seed. And we got this new show here, Shout Out Loud. And what else we got coming up?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with everything.
That's
that
right.
we're a part, you know, we're a part of it. You know, all I ever did was act. I did not know that I had ability to write until I got with you all, and you know, and you invited me to your house, and it started off, and you invited me to your house to read over what you had wrote for our first play.
Yep.
And the very next day, I think I had wrote the next 2 scenes, and you know, and I just didn't know I had it in me. But that's why when you have positive people encouraging you, they may see something in you that you didn't know you had. I didn't know I was a writer, but you and Greg put it out of me. You know, so and for that I'm thankful for both of you all, because there's something in me that you all helped me to do.
That's true. And I really appreciate that. And that will end our segment today of Shout Out Loud. And stay tuned.